Hello again and welcome to another episode of I Want to Talk About This Album. And today I'm feeling a little bit salty, a little bit spicy. So definitely not sweet, but that's why I want to introduce today to the group, the Dayglo Borsons, or I think it's not the Dayglo Borsons, it's just Dayglo Borsons, similar to it's just Dead Kennedys, not the Dead Kennedys. And I will make some references to Dead Kennedys when I talk about Dayglo Borsons, both bands without the definite article, the. That's what I'm going to talk about today, Dayglo Borsons more specifically. Their great album from 1986 called Fetus, a Fetus, and it's the first time I've talked about Dayglo Borsons. So you know what that means? That means I'm going to, talk about them a little bit more than normal. And I feel like it's going to be a long one, even though I don't have too much to say about this album, Dayglo Borsons, Fetus, a Fetus. It's got 26 songs, so that's going to extend it a little bit. They're short songs, which, doesn't really make a difference when I'm talking about them. It makes the difference when you're listening to the album. I think the album is only probably 35 or 40 minutes. This is punk rock, and their songs are very short in that genre of music. So to get to Dayglo Borsons, this will be the only album I talk about by Dayglo Borsons. I was never a big fan. I did like them. I would put them in the category of kind of a little bit like SOD, Stormtroops of Death. I loved them when I was, 15, 16 years old, 17 maybe. They were kind of funny. They were fast, loud, aggressive, punky, metally, thrashy, all that, and very, very funny lyrics. Probably, when you look back on them now, not the nicest lyrics at the time when I was 16 years old, listening to reading some of the song titles and knowing the lyrics. I thought it was hilarious, and then later at some point I thought, I don't really like this kind of music. I maybe outgrew it, and then some years ago I thought, no man, Dayglo Borsons is a great band, and I want to listen to them again. So I'm finally getting to them today, Fetus of Fetus. I got this record, and here it is. I got this, I don't know, at the beginning of the year, I think, and that's Nancy and Ronald Reagan. This is a very, well, I'll get to that in a little bit, the actual record. But I got this, close to a year ago, and like many things, I've got some other ones still to talk about, records that I've bought that I haven't talked about. And so I'm going to do this one. This is, now, I mean, you can tell just by the record cover, Nancy and Ronald Reagan, and, there's very like punk bands of this time, and maybe metal bands too. They were kind of politically active or socially active, and always were against the establishment and things like that. And Dayglo Borsons were no different. And look at, this album cover, when you look at it, the drawing of it, it's similar to the music. It's not the best looking art you'll ever see, and this is not the best sounding music you'll ever hear, so they kind of go together. And something related to that, I do have some a prop here. I'll get to that in a second. My history with Dayglo Borsons, I first heard them, and I'll get to the prop. I first heard Dayglo Borsons, I guess this was their second album. It came out in 86. The first album came out in 81 or 82 called Out of the Womb. I never had that one. This was the only one. Even this one, I'm still not sure. I was trying to think if I ever had this. I don't think I did. Either on record at the time or CD later. But I heard these guys, Dayglo Borsons, through, I've talked about this guy many times, this guy called Brian Taylor, who hosted a college radio show in Toronto called Aggressive Rock or Arg Rock on CKLN 88.1, and he played punk and metal and things like that. It was on every Tuesday night at 11. I used to tape everything from that show. It seems like for years. It was probably only 2 weeks or something, but back then time wasn't as fast as it is now. And so there were a bunch of songs that I knew from Dayglo Borsons that I had on my mixed cassette tapes. They used to tape from the radio. That's how I learned about Dayglo Borsons. I did see them once around that time. It must have been 86 or 87. I used to go to a lot of shows around that time that were kind of like local. And Dayglo Borsons is Canadian, by the way. They're from Vancouver or Victoria or something. Nanaimo? I don't know where they're from. Somewhere in British Columbia. And there used to be a lot of local bands or Canadian bands playing shows in metal and thrash and punk bands around Toronto. And I saw Dayglo Borsons once. I have no idea who else was playing on it. I have a feeling it might have been a Toronto band called Bunch of Fucking Goofs, but I'm not sure. I don't have a ticket stub from it. A lot of those shows were either free and you just went in, or they had like little tickets. They used to get them free, I think, from the record peddler record store, and you could pick them up at the record peddler, and then you just gave them the ticket when you went to the show. So that's my pretty brief history with Dayglo abortions. Now for the prop, I have this. I got this some years ago. A biography, I guess, of Dayglo abortions called "Arg Fuck Kill," and I should say there's going to be a lot of bad language in this video. A lot of their song titles and lyrics, and you know, they have. You want to talk about SOD, Stormtroopers of Death, being politically incorrect? You know, they're whoever you want to compare them to with Dayglo abortions. Maybe that you could say they're like the Backstreet Boys SOD compared to Dayglo abortions. Yeah, so there's going to be some bad language in this video. So this was it's the story of the Dayglo abortions. And when I picked this up today, I realized, I don't know why, but it has some kind of stain on it. It looks like a coffee stain, which is strange because I've never had a cup of coffee in my life, and that those stains weren't there when I read this book. But this book, as I said, similar to the album cover, this book reads like the Dayglo abortions music. There's typos in this book. There's grammar mistakes. It's just a kind of a sloppy, messy book. Very and this is punk metal. This is how Dayglo abortions were, and I guess are. They're still going. They've got, I don't know how many albums. I don't know too much about them. I know they had another album called Here Today, Guano Tomorrow. One called Holy Shiite. Little Man in a Canoe, I think it was called. Two Dogs Fucking. They had a record called Two Dogs Fucking. And it was like a caricature of two dogs fucking. I think they were Huskies. And so that's my brief history with Dayglo abortions. I like them. You know, I've listened to this record quite a few times in the last few weeks. Here's a bunch of their records there. Out of the Womb, Here Today, Fetus of Fetus. Here Today, Guano Tomorrow, Two Dogs Fucking. Little Man in the Canoe, Corporate Whores, Stupid World, Stupid Songs. I think that was a compilation record. Death Race, Holy Shiite. I don't know. And I think they just put an album out a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. And funny names too. The guys in Dayglo abortions were, at this time anyway, on this album were Murray Acton, who was the Cretin. It was the Cretin, Jesus Bonehead, Spud, and Wayne Gretzky on guitar. Yes, that Wayne Gretzky. Number 99 played guitar for Dayglo abortions. So that's all I have to say about Dayglo abortions. I did have to take notes on this record. And you know what? I think I got to start charging you people for watching this video. This is really taking a lot of my time. This entire page is for this one record, for Fetus of Fetus. Sometimes like this page here, that's like 3 or 4 different things. And some of these other pages are, you know, multiple things. But this is one page. The entire page is Dayglo abortions, Fetus of Fetus. It took me quite some time to go through this because, like I said, there's 26 songs, and they're all like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, maybe a long song. You know, an epic song is 2.5 minutes for Dayglo abortion. So I'm trying to write shit down, and then the next song is playing, and I'm trying to still remember what I was going to say about the last song. So I had to write all this down, and it did 20. I got 25 songs. Okay, and I think the last maybe 3 songs on this are not on the actual record. I think they're on a bonus, like a CD version when it came out on CD, was remastered at some point. We're not on the original record. I'm not sure if they're on this record or not, because the back of this record doesn't have the track listing. So I'm not sure where this album ends, but I'll talk about those. When I downloaded this years ago, I had they are bonus songs. So I think 22 songs on the record, and then 3 kind of bonus songs. At least one of them was from Out of the Womb, the first record. All right. Now for the actual record itself, and this is brand new. You can see it came in this sleeve. I got this from Discogs. From a guy. I actually tried ordering on Amazon like last summer, and it was the cheapest record I've ever seen. Really, it was like $20 US, including shipping. And I ordered it, and it took, I don't know, a month later. I got an email saying this record is unavailable, can't be shipped. and then it showed if I searched for it, it was unavailable. Then I searched for it again, and it was available. I ordered it again for like $20. A month passed, and it was unavailable. So I found it on Discogs, and it was, I think it was even cheaper on Discogs than Amazon, including shipping all the way from a country. Apparently there's a country called the Czech Republic, and that's where this came from. And the guy whose record store it is, he sent this sticker, or these stickers. It's called, I don't know what it's called. You have to read that. That's where it came from via Discogs from this record store in the Czech Republic. I can put those there. So it comes in this this thick plastic sleeve, and it is shrink wrapped. And it's one of these ones. I know it's it's shrink wrapped, but it's open. I don't know if you can see. No, it seems that is it double shrink wrapped? I'm not sure what's happening here. Anyway, I guess I'll see. So there it is, and it's got a couple of hype stickers. This is great. This is it's not a double record, but it is a gatefold. It's yellow vinyl, I think. Yellow or orange? It looks like it's yellow. Okay, it says Dayglo Abortion's Fetus to Fetus 30-year anniversary, which would have been 2016. It came out in 86, yeah, 2016. Gatefold edition, remastered audio, 2-foot by 2-foot poster. Oh yeah, it says right here, yellow vinyl, on Unrest Records. All right. And I've had a couple of records that are like this. They put the record, the inner dust sleeve separately. I'm not sure why. But all right, let's see. I guess I don't need my knife to open this. It looks like I can just open this like this. I haven't opened one of these for a while. The last couple of episodes have been CDs, and I think the records that I had done prior they didn't have. Maybe I'd done a used record. I can't remember. All right, let's see. Yeah, so it is, all right, there's the, so this does come separately. This is the actual record with the inside sleeve, and there is that yellow. And let's see, let me see the back cover. I haven't seen this. Yeah, it does have only the 20, I guess that's 22 songs. It doesn't have the 3 bonus songs. There's the back, if you're interested. And let's see what the gate. As always, I keep you people in mind. You can be the first to feast your eyes on the gatefold. I don't know what this looks like. There we go. What does it have? Something? I mean, the inside sleeve is just black, so I hope this has something. Punk rock records and metal records used to have a collage of photos. Is it something like that? Oh, it's lyrics. Oh, that's even better. Cool. Oh, that's very cool. Gatefold. All right. And anything interesting on the back credits? Recorded 1985 in Victoria, BC. Okay. Now it says side 1 is recorded in 1985. Side 2 is recorded in 1981. This makes sense now, because side 2, some of these songs, I guess all of them, as it turns out, were from Out of the Womb. So it seems like side 1 is new songs, and side 2 was basically a reissue of Out of the Womb. All right, I didn't notice that. And I don't know, on the back it does say the Dayglo Abortions. On the front it just says Dayglo Abortions. Very interesting stuff. Dayglo Abortions are, couch potato, bass guitar. I always knew him as Spud. I guess that's a potato. Jesus Bonehead on drums, Cretin lead guitar and vocals, and Wayne Gretzky on guitar. Dedicated to Tipper Gore. Play it loud, douchebag. That's a little dedicated. Remember when bands used to hate Tipper Gore? Everything was about, fuck you, Tipper Gore. And Unrest Records is in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And let's not forget Robin, in memory of Steve. I don't know who Robin and Steve are. But there it is. All right, so I will get now to the track by track. Oh, and it's a long one. Look at how long it is. Again, it's a full page. give it up for me for making the effort to satisfy the 11 people that are watching this. There's no way Mike Pratt has ever heard of Dayglo Abortions. I don't know if anybody's heard of Dayglo Abortions, and even fewer like Dayglo Abortions. All right, so the first song is Stupid Songs, and all the, their lyrics are kind of funny too, and comedic and offensive in many cases. But this one is musically, it's fast, and I should say their music is it's punk metal. It's not crossover like I don't know, like they sound much more to me like Dead Kennedys rather than like COC or DRI or some other band with DOA, some other band with initials. But there's some songs that are a little bit more metal, but I would say overall they're more like a punk. But Stupid Songs has a very, very fast, I would say heavy metallic riffing. And the lyrics, when I sing songs, I sing about what I know. When I sing songs, I sing about what I know, but I don't know too much. So I sing about nothing. I get my words from reading TV Guide. You always make this face when you're singing punk songs. I get my words from reading TV Guides. I steal my solos from the Rolling Stones. Stupid songs, whoa, stupid songs, whoa, stupid songs, whoa. And there are a few songs that have that, whoa, that punk rock kind of backing vocals, whoa. And it's got a guitar solo. There are not too many songs on this record that have a guitar solo, but Stupid Songs is one. Next is Arg Fuck Kill, which the book was named after. And this is just blah 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 blah. Arg Fuck Kill. And I do believe that Alex Lifeson stole his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction speech when Rush was inducted. I think he stole that from Dayglo Abortions. Blah blah blah. Next is Die Sinner Die. You have sinned, so you must die. Die sinner die. Excellent, fast, punky, full of attitude song. Next is Bedtime Story. This is different. It's slower, heavy, kind of doomy, metallic intro. And then it gets rough, as Paul Stanley says in Kiss Alive Unplugged. Sorry, not Kiss Alive, Kiss Unplugged. Then it gets rough and fast. That's Bedtime Story. Next is My Girl. This is, it's not My Girl being his dog. Now in this song, he says his dog's name is Lassie. And it's about, I guess, feeding her, that's the next song. They have two songs about dogs, and they're back to back. Yeah, and I wrote one of the lyrics for here. My Girl, talking about his dog, Lassie. She's got a big sticky tongue, 4 hairy legs, and a big smelly cunt. He's talking about his dog having a smelly cunt. Next is Dog Farts. This is the one that I was going to say. This is about feeding his dog Limburger cheese, and his dog, has dog farts. Now in this one, his dog is a male, is because he refers to it as he, and the dog's name is Wallace. So I'm not sure if it's 2 different dogs that he had, or if he's just making it up for artistic purposes. But again, I wrote a few lyrics here, which I don't think I ever do. Dog Farts is, there was shit and piss all over the place. My dog Wallace had gone to pieces. That's Dog Farts. Next is Inside My Head. This could easily be a Dead Kennedys song, lyrically and musically. It's nothing funny about this one. This is a more serious song. Next is Wake Up America. This starts with a, oh, say, can you see? Like the Star Spangled Banner, but they talk about the cruise missiles or something. It's Dayglo Abortions is pretty anti-American. A lot of people wouldn't like that, especially in this age of the guy that's running the country now, or that will be running the country shortly. I think a lot of his people would not appreciate some of the Dayglo Abortions lyrics. Maybe Dayglo Abortions were saying "Make America Great Again" long before this idiot was saying it. Well, Wake Up America is basically just a kind of a takedown of the United States being, kind of a war-mongering country. I don't know. And again, lyrically and musically sounds very Dead Kennedys. Next is Proud to Be a Canadian. This was one of the ones, this one or there's another one, I think were the first 2 Dayglo Abortion songs I ever heard. Love them both. This is still possibly a favorite. I haven't talked about that yet, but Proud to Be a Canadian, or Stupid Songs I love too. Proud to Be a Canadian is a contender for top ones. I know it's not number 1. I know what number 1 is. This is unusual that it does have, it's kind of slow. It's got a kind of more like a metal riff. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. And over the intro riff, it's dun 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 dun, and then there's a kind of like a lead guitar playing over that, which is a little bit unusual for Dayglo abortions, kind of metal style Dayglo abortions. I'm proud to be a Canadian. Pass me another beer. I'm proud to be a Canadian. Hold my seat while I take a piss. I'm proud to be a Canadian. Send me another welfare check. I guess it's about people on Canada being on welfare. Hold my beer while I go out and cash it. Proud to be a Canadian. Get me another Eskimo. Hold my beer while I fuck her up the asshole. That's proud to be a Canadian. I love that song. The lyrics are questionable, but when I was 16, I just thought that was the greatest. And I still like it. Next is Stupid World. This is another one with not the stupid songs, whoa, stupid songs, whoa. Not the whoa, but it's got the ooh yeah, kind of backing vocals, very very punky too. Lisa washed her hair on Monday. Lisa washed her hair on Tuesday. Lisa washed her hair on Wednesday. Lisa washed her hair on Thursday. Ooh, stupid world. Ooh, yeah. Cool riff there, kind of a metal riff. I like all the more metal songs, except my favorite is probably the most punk song on the record. And this has a whole lot of love by Led Zeppelin breakdown in the middle. They're playing, you know, the little guitar lead, the solo from Whole Lot of Love. They play it in the middle of Stupid World. So we had Stupid Songs and then Stupid World by maybe a stupid band. Next is Ronald McRagan. Everything about this song is again, sounds like Dead Kennedys lyrically and musically. And everything is Mick. It's McDeath, McWar, McCommies, McNuclear, McFun, everything. Next is Kill the Hosers. Let's kill the Hosers. Which is, again, reminds me of, what's the Dead Kennedys song? Dead Kennedys song on Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Can't remember. But this is, let's kill the kid, because he's a jerk. Let's kill his friends, because they look worse. And let's rape the chick. Let's rape the chick. He spews out a line, then he pauses. Let's rape the chick, because she's a slut, and we're real horny and we want to get fucked. This reminded me of not of Dead Kennedys, but GBH has a song called Slut on City Baby Attacked by Rats. And kind of, you know, the fact that the song is called Slut, and in this song, you know, they say, let's rape that chick because she's a slut. And I can't believe I'm saying these words, but remember, they're not my words. Yeah, and GBH Slut, kind of the same vocal delivery. I don't care if you're really crude, just want to see you in the nude. Slut, da-na-na, slut, da-na-na, slut, da-na-na, slut, dirty bitch. Like it. And again, I apologize for the lyrics, but they're not mine. Next is Religious Bumfucks. I don't need religious bumfucks anymore. I don't need religious bumfucks anymore. Very, you know, typical of the time. In the last episode, I talked about Iron Maiden, Holy Smoke, and Ozzy, Miracle Man. You know, bands at this point were doing a lot of songs about televangelists and, you know, send me your suicidal tendencies, send me your money, those kind of guys. Maybe Dayglo abortions were ahead of their time, because this was 85 and they were doing that. I hate Buddhism, I hate Satanism, I hate Reaganism, I hate religion. I don't need religious bumfucks anymore. Love that song too. Next is 1967. To me, lyrically, this reminds me of Holiday in Cambodia by Dead Kennedys. It's a real takedown of, I guess, this is how I see it anyway, of rich people or privileged people, you know, in Holiday in Cambodia. So you've been to school for a year or two, and you know you've seen it all. In daddy's car, thinking you'll go far, back east your type don't crawl. Playing ethnic jazz to parade your snaz on your $5,000 stereo. Bragging that you know how the feel cold and the slums got so much soul. Well, 1967, I think, is like that. It's kind of like a fuck you about rich people or privileged people. Again, that's my interpretation. Next is I Killed Mommy. Very, very punk. One of the more punk songs for sure. Maybe the second most punk song. On this one, I killed mommy with my automatic. I killed mommy with my automatic. I killed mommy with my automatic. Whoa. Again with the whoa lyrics or backing vocals like Stupid Songs. And a little bit like, what was the other one? Oh, Stupid World. Not quite. Yeah, I Killed Mommy. And Suicidal Tendencies had I Killed, what was that song called? I Saw Your Mommy and Your Mommy's Dead. And of course, Misfits had I Got Something to Say. I Killed Your Baby Today. I Raped Your Mother Today. These punk bands, they were very, very happy people, I guess. Next is I'm My Own God. A little bit strange, this one that had in the intro, very un-Dayglo abortions. And I think there was some organ in this, in the intro there. Then it gets really fast. I am my own God. That's a good one too. They're all good. 17, Used to Be in Love. Great riff, kind of a metally punk riff. Fast. This is a real punk hybrid punk metal song. Suicide is next. I Want to Die by Suicide. Yeah, and I wrote some lyrics here. I couldn't remember them, so I had to write them. Killed my mother when I was 10. Fucked my sister with Vaseline. Hung my daddy with the telephone wire. Now there's nobody left, so I may as well fire. What was wrong with me listening to this kind of music? Well, maybe even more, what was wrong with these guys for writing and playing this kind of music? 19 is The Idiot. I don't know who sings this. I don't know, maybe it's on the... it doesn't sound like The Cretin, like Murray Acton, and there's no credit here. But I don't think it's The Cretin singing the vocals on The Idiot. And this has some kind of these cartoon sound effects, which reminded me of very strange. There's a song, I love Cherry Poppin' Daddies, and they had a record called Rapid City Muscle Car, and there's a song on there called Sockable Face Club, which also had some of these similar cartoony sound effects. Next, number 20 is Germ Attack. Very fast riffing, great kind of real punk rock song, but then a guitar solo, again rare. I think there's only 3 on this record. But it kind of fades out at the end, which to me made the song feel kind of incomplete. That might be the shortest song on the record, Germ Attack. Next, 21 is Scared of People. It's fast, it's furious. I guess it's about, this one I'm not really too familiar with the lyrics. I guess it's about, I don't know, like a social anxiety. Next is, and I guess this would be the last song on the record, which is, you can see there on side 2, Black Sabbath. This was the other one, as I mentioned, along with Proud to Be a Canadian. The first two there were a bunch of songs I had recorded from Brian Taylor's show on CKLN, Aggressive Rock, and these were the first two, and I love Black Sabbath. And it's the most, maybe not surprisingly, the most metal song on the record. Acting Like Black Sabbath is lots of fun. The records sound so heavy when I turn them on. I jump up and down and pretend I'm them. I almost make the change. Acting like Black Sabbath. Then acting like Black Sabbath. Tony Iommi is my god. His guitar solos, Osterized. Ozzy Osbourne so out in space. He'd probably love it if I pissed in his face. Acting like Black Sabbath. Oh my god, I'm changing. Is that what he says? Oh my god. And then it goes into Black Sabbath riff. Kind of similar to, reminds me a little bit of Into the Void. Oh my god, I'm changing. Is that what he says at that part? And so that would have been it for the record. Now, as I said, there were 3, what I guess are bonus songs. I thought they would be on the record because it's a pretty short record. They could have fit them on here. My favorite song on all of this is I Want to Be an East Indian. Oh, I love that song. That is for sure the most punky song. It's got the classic kind of punky, it's kind of a happy, maybe the only kind of happy sounding song on here. I Want to Be an East Indian because I really like the color of their skin, and I'd never vote for the KKK because I'd rather be dead than in the USA. Very, very, again, anti-American. And I would imagine this song was, and maybe, I don't think it's considered racist. I think, I don't think it's meant to be because the Murray Acton, the Cretin, was his mother or his grandmother, sister-in-law, somebody was Indian, and I think he said, it might have been in the book or maybe in an interview I read at some point, he said he actually did really like East Indian, but at the time I thought it was like, we don't like East Indian people, which, not that I didn't like them, but I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I Want to Be an East Indian is my favorite song. And the end of it has a very, very, to me, very obvious, to me it's so obvious that it might as well be a tribute. The closing, the outro riff is God Save the Queen. Almost complete, total ripoff of God Save the Queen. That's my favorite song, I Want to Be an East Indian. And then the last two songs are Rape Kill. It's just a fast, hardcore punk song. I think it's only around a minute. And then the very last song, for sure, it's got to be the most controversial one. It's called, and I'm almost loath to say this out loud, but I guess I will. Please keep in mind, I didn't write these songs. I didn't write the lyrics. I'm not saying I agree with it. And it's actually not a racist song if you listen to the lyrics. But by the song title alone, you might have a different idea. The song is called, God, can I say it? It's called Whiter Than Hitler. The song is called Whiter Than Hitler. What is the lyric for this one? I got fucking blonde hair. I got fucking blue eyes. And then I guess the chorus is, I am whiter than Hitler, but I'm not a fucking Nazi. So, but I would imagine if you went to a Dayglo Abortion song and you didn't know anything about them, and you just heard them say, that I'm whiter than Hitler, and you maybe don't hear him say, but I ain't no fucking Nazi. And back at this time, I'm sure they got a lot of, skinheads and Nazi kind of guys at their shows who I'm sure love this song. It's not what it's meant to be, but just, that song title alone, Whiter Than Hitler. And it's also a very, very short song. I don't even know if it's a minute long, that song. I felt a little bit odd saying the name of that song. It's Whiter Than Hitler. I'll say it again. Please, I hope I don't get in trouble. Can I get in trouble from YouTube for saying these words? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit, what's the word? Am I sheepish? Am I flabbergasted? I don't know what the word is, but I don't know what to say. So I will just do what I always do at the end and say, well, first of all, thank you for watching. I don't know how many people watch me talk about Dayglo abortions, but if you did, thank you. I really like this album. It brings me back to a very different time. I was a young, stupid teenager, and maybe not a band that I would get into for the first time at my age now, but as a retro thing, it's still pretty cool. And it's Dead Kennedys, Fetus, a Fetus. No, it's not Dead Kennedys, it's Dayglo Abortions. That's the second time I did that. I should cut this, but no. Dayglo Abortions. See how flummoxed I am? Fetus, a Fetus. And as I went to go to turn the camera off and I moved the record like this, I felt something sliding and I realized that I forgot to take out and show the poster. Remember they said it's a 2 foot by 2 foot poster. So let's see what this poster looks like. Oh, it looks like it's just the album cover. Yeah. All right. Oh, it's big. That's 2 foot by 2 foot. 2 feet by 2 feet. There it is. Dayglo Abortions, not Dead Kennedys. Dayglo Abortions, Fetus, a Fetus. 2 foot by 2 foot. Fuck! 2 foot by 2 foot poster. See ya.